Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Unique Moments, where we take a moment to breathe, take a moment to pause, reconnecting mind, body, and spirit. And we are back continuing with the chakra series. So we talked about the first two, the root chakra, stability, grounding, the foundation. And then we talked about the second, sacral chakra, houses the creativity, emotions, joy, pleasure. And now we are on the third chakra, moving up the body, the solar plexus. So the solar plexus chakra, the affirmation that we are working with on the card says, also, I really like the video style. Um, I could be alone in that, but I'm doing the same because I really enjoyed that. So the affirmation on the meditation card says, I have confidence in my ability to face life's challenges. And then it says, the solar plexus chakra located in the abdomen, aka the core or power center, is associated with personality, willpower, and confidence. The upside down triangle at the center of the symbol represents the energy of fire, the element of this chakra, and embodies the collective energies for the first three chakras: safety, creativity, willpower. And you notice when you go up the chakras, you see that they kind of build on one another. Like it would be very hard to have a strong sense of willpower or sense of self if you didn't have a strong root, a strong, safe foundation. And dare I say, you probably couldn't have a strong willpower or personal power if you weren't rooted in your creativity, the sacral chakra. So they all work together. The system is designed very beautifully. Very, very, very beautifully. So, some other facts about the solar plexus chakra. So, it's the third chakra associated with identity, self esteem, known as the power center. This area This is the area of assertiveness, intuition, and inner drive. Think gut. When it says intuition, like my gut feeling, my gut says that's your solar plexus talking to you. The solar plexus chakra controls digestion and the metabolic system, processing energy and giving us the spark we need to overcome inertia and apathy. It allows us to assert our personal power, follow our gut instincts, take risks, and make decisions. And the color is yellow, element is fire, and then this is also the masculine. It's a masculine energy because remember they alternate. So the root was masculine, sacral is feminine, the solar plexus is masculine. And so I would also say if one of these is overactive, let's say, or a one way to tell is just by noticing what type of energy are you exhibiting. Are you in your masculine energy primarily? Maybe your masculine chakras are overactive. Are you in your feminine energy primarily? Maybe those feminine chakras are a little more active. So we're going to talk about what does it look like when you have an imbalanced solar plexus chakra, both psychologically and physically. So some of the signs when you have an imbalance, an unbalance, one of those. Solar plexus chakra may manifest in low self-esteem, little or no vitality, no zest for life. You don't want to do anything. Hypersensitivity to criticism or being overly critical of others. Feelings of uncertainty, rage, dominance may be evident. There may be tendencies toward perfectionism and power plays and an emphasis on professional and social status. Lack of confidence, low self esteem, powerlessness, insecurity. It's like not feeling like you have control over your life, but also at the same time feeling like you have to control things too much, which also stems from a lack of control. And then some emotional or mental things to look for if you do have an imbalanced solar plexus chakra. More from a mental or an emotional standpoint, what that looks like, maybe anger, fear of rejection, poor self image, again with the self esteem, indecisiveness, not really being able to make decisions or stand on the decisions that you made, being solid, not swaying, powerlessness, compulsiveness, apathy, resentment, greed. And then it is located in the upper abdomen, so the stomach area. So some of the physical issues, if you do have an imbalanced solar plexus, you may have digestive problems, Ulcers, liver problems, gallstones, arthritis, adrenal imbalance. And again, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. Talk to your professionals. This is not a correlation, causation kind of thing. And then some common addictions that are associated with the solar plexus chakra is sugar, caffeine, food addiction in general, and then compulsive cleaning, again with the need to control. Everything has to be spick and span. Everything has to be tidy. Everything has to be perfect. You have something going on with the solar plexus there. So that's what that looks like when it's imbalance. And then just more practically, I guess, or on a life day-to-day basis, your sense of purpose, sense of what gets you out of bed in the morning. What is, quite literally, it's your willpower, your will to live. What gives you that sense of, I'm excited for the day? Or if I'm not excited for the day, I'm going to show up for the day. How can I show up for my purpose, my passion, my drive? What fuels me? What gives my life meaning? That's your center. It's like your very center self, your self esteem, where you derive your confidence from, where you derive your ability to execute tasks and to show up in the world and to be a light, quite literally, to be a light. The color is yellow. When I think yellow, I think of the sun. I think shining brightly. When your solar plexus chakra is active, you want to shine in every single area and aspect of your life, in work, in relationships, in your personal life. You want to show up for yourself. You want to show up for people around you. You desire to help and to just have that confidence and share that and spread that light around the world. And so it's your sense of purpose and your drive and your will and what you like to do. Just like a sense of who you are. Like who you are at your core. Again, it's the abdomen, it's your core. Who are you? Who are you? Not what you came here to do, which is a part of it, but a separate question. Yes, what is your purpose and what is your mission, but who are you? And then we get into things like your personality and your aesthetic. How do you dress? How do you look? How do you present to people? We all wear masks, right? So, what masks do you choose to put on to present yourself to the world, to yourself? What mask do you put on to present yourself to yourself? That's the that's the root of the question. That's another conversation for another day. What mask do you put on to mask to yourself? Your personality. How do you dress yourself up, literally and figuratively? Are you charismatic? Are you mysterious? Are you quiet? Are you shy? Are you outgoing? Are you extroverted? Are you introverted? What do you like to do? What makes you dry? What excites you? Do you like art? Do you like TV? Do you like science? Do you like philosophy? Do you like music? Do you like What do you like? What do you like to do? What do you like to talk about? What kind of conversations do you like to have? What type of things do you like to watch? Do you like to be on social media? Do you like to go out and see movies? Do you like to go out and do activities? Do you play sports? Do you like to travel? Like it's like those personality questions that like what makes you you? That's getting to the core of your being, the core of who you are. And of course it changes as we go through life. It fluctuates and it changes and we evolve and we adapt and we grow into the beautiful person that we were meant to be all along, or we just continue to evolve as long as we are working in alignment and staying in alignment with our true selves. But I like to think of it just as your true self. Your true self. Your sacral was your sensual, your creativity, maybe that spark, that vibe. The solar plexus is who are you, your true self at your core. Not adding anything, not taking away anything. When you wake up for the day, uninfluenced. Your mood is uninfluenced. You're not having a particularly good day or a particularly bad day, or excited for anything or anticipating anything or disappointed or sad. You're not really going through any emotions or experiencing anything in life. Just on a regular day, on a regular Wednesday. Who are you at your core? That's what the solar plexus is getting at. Your personality traits, your personality types. Maybe this is factors in your zodiac sign, your human design, your personality type, your calling, your purpose, your soul's mission. What is your stamp? What is your signature? Your name. What does your name mean? All that goes into who are you? Who is this person? Who am I? And this is the last chakra in the lower three. So the lower three chakras, the first three is your material realm chakras, if you will, the physical chakras, the physicality of you. And then we get to the heart, which is like the bridge, the center. And then the upper three chakras are the spiritual nature of you, the spirituality, essence, more intangible part of you that makes you you. But the first three is very rooted in like physical, material, concrete evidence. How does this show up in your life? Who are you? And again, your gut instincts, your intuition. Your intuition, go with your gut. When they say go with your gut, they're talking about your solar plexus. Obviously, probably talking about your real gut. I don't know what organ that is in your body, but energetically, energetically, it's your solar plexus. What is your gut telling you? Is it telling you this is not a good situation? I need to get out. There's danger here. There's trouble here. Is it telling you this person is a snake and I need to stay away from them? Is it telling you this job is not it? Is your gut telling you this person is not it? This relationship is not it? Or this is it? This is the place that I want to live. This is the job that I want to do and the career path that I want to pursue. This does light me up. I'm going with my gut, and my gut says that this is correct. And the thing with balancing and imbalancing the chakras is you can say go with your gut and listen to your intuition, but if you have an imbalance there for whatever reason, you can't even hear what your gut is saying. You can't even hear what your gut is saying to listen to it, to do what your gut is telling you to do, what your instinct, what your most youest you of selves wants to do. You don't even know that for real because it's imbalanced. It's imbalanced. You don't have control over your own life. And again, either you don't have control or you're trying to enforce control in every aspect of your life from the root cause of not having control. So if you're trying to force everything and you're not going with the flow, tapping into your sacral chakra, you're not going with the flow. All of them work together. All the chakras work together for a divine design. But if you're not going with your flow and you're not doing the things that you want to do and living the life that you want to live, how you want to live it, your solar plexus is going to be off. Because it's like we wake up every day and we choose a job that we hate. Times are the times, and they are very scary, and they are very I don't know, it's all about perspective though. I was going to say the times are very hard and times are very scary, and while it is a reality that like there is a genocide happening and people are going hungry and starving, and there's famine and starvation, and like people are losing jobs, people are losing, like it's tragic. It's tragic. People are being deported. There's military in the streets. We have a felon for a president. Like, there's so many things going wrong that you could focus on, but then there's also so many things going right that you could focus on. And that can be to whichever individual. Someone just got married, someone just had a baby, someone just got their dream job, someone just left that abusive relationship, someone just there's is the duality at all times. So it's like, what are you choosing to focus on? What are you choosing to focus on? There's a tangent, but when you're out of alignment and your chakras are not balanced, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, dare I say 10 times out of 10, you're focusing on the negative. You're focusing on the negative. They were onto something with that positive thinking. And not that I think it's a cure all, because there's a fine line between thinking positively and quite literally manifesting the reality that you want to manifest with your thoughts by keeping your vibrations high and keeping your thoughts positive and just veering off in that direction. And then there's the toxic positivity, when you're just bypassing everything and not willing to look at, okay, what's really going on. So I think there's a fine line, but I think always err on the side of being positive. And even if it's not being positive, just following your joy, following your bliss. Especially when we're talking about this chakra, it's your center, your willpower. What do you want to do? And it's very individual. It's very subjective to whoever you are, because we all have different wants, wishes, dreams, and desires. What I want for my life may not be what you want for your life. What you consider to be a good day may not be what I consider to be a bad day. What I consider to be a bad day may not be what you consider to be a bad day. And that's why it's know yourself, know thyself. And that's why I like just looking into energy work, and it works so well with healing work, because it's all energy. It's all energy at the end of the day. And I think it's so important to know what's going on with your energy. Even if you don't classify it as the chakras or whatever, we all have this essence in us. We all have these different types of energies within us, whether you call it something, whether you intentionally focus on it to make it stronger, to make it whatever, it's still there. Like, you can't ignore the fact that we all have a personality, we all have a sense of purpose, we all have a will, we all have an ego, we all have a confidence driver, things, our self-esteem. And if these things aren't prevalent or aren't apparent in your life, then it's like, okay, that's the whole point. That's my whole thing, is like, work on it. Can you see all of these energies present in your life in a balanced way? That's what I'm trying to get to by the end of this. Because they're there, regardless if you call attention to them or are feeding them or are noticing, they're there. But how are they showing up? How are they presenting to you? How are they looking? Are they healthy? Are they balanced? Are you healthy? Are you balanced? Do you want to be healthy? Do you want to be balanced? That's another question. Okay, so we talked about what it looks like when it's imbalanced. Now, what does it look like when it is balanced, and how to balance it out? So when the solar plexus chakra is balanced, we feel energetic and confident. We're in touch with our personal power, able to follow through on our ideas, see our tasks through to completion. The warm fire of the solar plexus chakra shines brightly, again like the sun, allowing us to feel cheerful, vital, resilient, and alive. The ability to trust your gut, listening to your gut, hearing what it says, trusting your gut instincts, a sense of belonging, again, going hand in hand with a sense of purpose. When you are in your purpose and you're walking in your power and you're doing what you came here to do on this earth, then you feel like you belong. You don't feel like an outsider, or like you have no control of what's going on. You have a strong sense of identity and a healthy self-respect. So your self-esteem isn't overly inflated. You don't have a huge ego, but you also know, like, okay, like, I'm confident in my abilities. I'm confident in who I am and what I came here to do. And also just feeling like empowered, like you're in control of your own life. You're able to make confident and clear, decisive decisions. And it's just like assuredness, a sure-footedness that all is well. I am well. Other ways to heal the chakra. Say, okay, if it is imbalanced and you are noticing that, what are some ways to heal that? Again, with the foods, yellow foods, squash, bananas, lemons, pineapple, turmeric, some crystals. If you're into that, yellow jasper, topaz, citrine, chamomile, sunflower, dandelion for flowers, complex carbs, also for food. Think yellow. Think yellow, think fire, think inviting warmth back into your life. That energy, that fire, that ignition, that igniting energy. And then I wrote some affirmations, because we love a good affirmation to say to yourself, to write down, to repeat in the mirror, to record, to play. I am strong and confident. I am motivated, persistent, and successful. I am aligned with my purpose. I embrace my personal power. I am strong and resilient. And I'm going to put these in the description below, and also Nico's yoga practice that goes with the solar plexus. And then I also linked a sound bowl meditation. I really love these types of meditations. One, because you can put them on doing anything. You can go to sleep to them. You can put them on when you're cleaning. And the sound healing, so frequency healing. One, I like his videos because they're very relaxing and just aesthetically pleasing to look at. So I'm going to link that in the description below. And then I think that was all I had. Next week, we'll be continuing with the heart chakra, the bridging the gap between the two worlds, if you will. So that's what I have for the solar plexus chakra. And until next time.